So, in Wakanda, T'Challa, one of the tribe challenged T'Challa to be king and win the Black Panther. And T'Challa takes this flower, which gives him the strength of the Black Panther, and T'Challa wins the competition. Meanwhile, these bad guys steal stuff from museum with a mystery figure. His name is was some sort of mystery villain, and also the guy that lost his hand in Age of Ultron. And he has his hand now, a new hand. It is robotic. And the bad guys poisoned this museum girl drink, and the two also disguised themselves as tourists, as like one disguises himself as tourist of a museum and says where one of the items was really made from. Wakanda is made out of vibranium, and again, it's complicated. And so, and two bad guys dress up as EMTs and they shoot people dead. And back to Wakanda, T'Challa goes to a sister working on stuff for him, and he works working on like a new suit, and shows how the necklaces can be activated with the necklace is programmed to suit shows how the suit is programmed right into the necklace he can wear when he's when he's undercover. You know, all he just like says, like all he just does is just has to activate himself. And so this like this tech that he actually and also shows T'Challa shoes that are soundproof. This is actually one of the gags in the movie. She calls them sneakers. Sorry, is T'Challa's sister, and so they're going undercover to get this bad guy with that was disguised as one of the EMTs in the museums that has a robotic arm. And it's kind of like funny. Yeah. And so that doesn't work well. Like the cover gets blown. So they start kicking ass, and like T'Challa suits up as the Black Panther, and they get into a fast chase, and T'Challa gets hit with bullets, and one of the features of T'Challa's vibranium costume, and that it can absorb energy, and you can like, and it can absorb the energy that got hit by the other person, and it can cause damage to the other person if the more energy, the more damage he observes from the suit, it turns purplish, and the more damage he turns like that. The suit, the more purple, the more damage he it took, and the more, well, it's just kind of big blast he can, more damage he can do. So it turns into like a super suit, like Superman, and so during this like car chase, T'Challa like gets enough like purple on the suit, and he actually like jumps right on the car that's bad guys kind of and leaps right off of it and puts it and destroys it. And we'll go back on Zuri like remote controlling this vehicle that's in Wakanda. She's remote controlling the car all the way from Wakanda, and the bad guys take out Zuri's like car. T'Challa, the Black Panther, the Black Panther actually gets this bad guy and almost kills him. So the guy's robotic arm is almost killed by the Black Panther, but the public's watching, so he doesn't do it, and he goes with this FBI guy, and then when he's trying, then when he's talking to him, he's like finds out, when he's talking to the bad guy, he finds out that that there's a lot of vibranium in Wakanda, and the bad guy gets busted out, and the FBI guy gets hit, and it is hit in the spine and has befriends with T'Challa, and he takes him to Wakanda to heal him, and they heal him, and he says that the bad guy that he would offer the mission for, with the metal arms, he slipped through our fingers. The Black Panther said that. So cut to this plane. The bad guys in these planes about to take off like a one. So the bad guy that is with the metal arm escaped. I tried to escape and stab his back on this other guy. But he by holding this girl hostage. So what he does, he shoots this girl and then hunts this guy, and then like hunts this guy in the plane area, and then shoots him. And before he fully kills him, he reveals to himself that the mystery guy is Wakanda, and he shows his Wakanda costume that they have printed on the lips, and so he shoots him dead and brings the bad guy with Robogon's corpse to Wakanda. And T'Challa, and he's wearing a ring, was wearing a ring on his necklace that T'Challa wears a ring, also the same kind of ring that T'Challa wears, ring, and he asks his uncle why does he have the same ring, and he explains how his father was on a secret mission, and his brother would be on trial to face trial in front of Wakanda, and he tried to pull a gun on the uncle, but the Black Panther stopped his brother and killed him. So T'Challa's father saved his uncle, and what happened to the and like mentioned how the he also had like a wife and kids, and the kid he said lived it, and didn't bring the kid back to Wakanda, and the Black Panther did not bring the kid back to Wakanda, which was probably a really stupid idea. And what's that sound? So this mystery guy comes to Wakanda. So the guy comes to Wakanda, and this FBI guy says that this guy, he's American. And said he's one of ours. And when they all have like meeting, and says, "Is this like the man Wakanda or not?" And Zuri thinks that she knows his name, and he says, "That's not my name." And he says to the Black Panther, "Say my name and let them know who I am." And he says and he lets them know who I am. And he lets them know all who he is in Wakanda language, and he's come to fight for his right to be fight for his blood fight, and to live in Wakanda and be Black Panther. So he says to T'Challa, "Do you accept my invitation of the competition or not?" And T'Challa accepts his challenge, and so it's Black Panther versus this guy that wants to be Black Panther. I can't remember his name. Anyway, he brutally beats T'Challa's ass, and throws him off of the waterfall, and he is now king of Wakanda, the Black Panther. And he takes this flower that's supposed to takes this flower that's supposed to give what child the spirit of the Black Panther. He now takes it. and he burns all the flowers. He gives the order to burn all the flowers after seeing his father in the afterlife, and he decides to burn all the flowers, and so there won't be another Black Panther to pass it on to. So here will be the only Black Panther. But there was one flower got took before, so not all of them got burnt, all but one. And Zuri and these friends of Zuri and this FBI guy go to the Snowy Mountains, and they go to this guy that want to go to the guy that would challenge T'Challa and lost to T'Challa in the beginning of the movie, and they get surrounded by his army, and they go to his army takes them to him, and they explain everything, and they want him to be the Black Panther, and he says, "Come follow me," and he brings them to T'Challa, who is who's buried in snow, and he explains that one of my soldiers found him, and in the mountains. Took a deep vault and brought him here. He said they had to get him back to Wakanda, and back to Wakanda and the guy says, if he go ahead, move him, he'll be dead in a minute. And so they decide whatever they're going to do. They do it there in the snow, and they give him the flower, which is and they pray to the gods, the Black Panther gods, and the past Black Panthers. They pray to them. And they buried T'Challa in snow, and T'Challa's in the spirit was the other Black Panthers are, and he asks his father, "Why did you not take the boy home?" And his father's so basically really thought it was the right thing to do. He says, "No, you're all wrong, all of you." And he says, "I cannot do I cannot go. I need to must right this wrong." So he wakes up, and they take this ride that brings them back to Wakanda. And that brings them to that takes them out of the mountains, just kind of on wire. And T'Challa asks that he needs an army, and he needs him to have his mother to stay there where it's safe. The leader of the tribe says yes to one, and he'll say yes to his mother can stay as he's safe. No, he will not, no matter what, risk the lives of his men. And he said this is his fight, T'Challa's fight. So a ship. So when the rest of Wakanda and the new Black Panther all setting these ships up in the air and filling these ships up with stuff and vibranium weapons, and the ship crashes, and it's T'Challa in his Black Panther costume, and he says, You have to kill me, and I am not dead yet. Oh, the challenge thing, that's over, she said. He Kelly and the one of the girls like stood against him and says, "You're a coward. You're not fit to king. Your head filled with too much hatred." And she attacks him, and T'Challa suits up his black panther mask as a bunch of armies go after T'Challa, and he takes them all down, and then a chunk of the army that was working for the new Black Panther turned against him and is now on T'Challa's side, but the other chunk is like on the new Black Panther side. And so they're all kicking each other's ass and fighting with each other. And then the guy that says he wasn't going to helped and brought his army with him, his men with him to the fight. And T'Challa's like very happy and very grateful that he did that too. Very good. They said thanks to doing this. And no, that's from Infinity War. Anyway, they're all kicking asses, and T'Challa sees his sister Zori's in trouble and about to be killed by the new Black Panther. So, and his suit and the Black Panther suit is all covered in purple, and T'Challa takes out this entire army like he's Neo, and goes straight to Zori, to Zori's direction, and grabs the new Black Panther, and he is suited up also, and they fight they fall in fighting until they land on a train tracks with vibranium T'Challa gives the order to Zori, says you have the vibranium energy shields up. It says, but you will have no protection. Neither will he. So the vibranium vibranium suits that's fading off of their skin whenever the train comes, and they keep on fighting in between until T'Challa finally stabs him and brings him up to see Wakanda and how beautiful Wakanda is, and he said how his father told him. And he said how his father told him how that one day he would take him to see Wakanda, and says, "Can you believe shit like it's a fairy tale like that?" And T'Challa says, "We can still save you," and says, the bad guy actually explains to us and what be locked up, and he says, ask my brothers from the ship. They knew that drowning was better than living, and he just slowly, so he just pulls the thing right out of his thing and dies because he didn't want to be a slave to Wakanda. And cuts to basketball course with T'Challa and Zori, and he says he bought this building that the guy used to live in, and the guy who betrayed Wakanda, which got killed by his father. He bought that building. He bought the entire building and says that we're going to open it for something else. And bring the Wakanda into the world, and Zori can't believe that he's serious. Oh, and also his girlfriend. He ends up with his girlfriend also, and I think he said to his girlfriend, this is his girlfriend. Oh, and he ends up with his girlfriend back with his old ex-girlfriend also. At the end, so she will become Queen of Wakanda, I guess. And it was either his girlfriend or his sister he was talking to. And so, anyway, he shows all the kids his ship by putting it out of stealth mode. And he says, and one of the kids says, "This is yours," and one of the kids asks T'Challa, "Who is he?" And it ends like that. And another thing. Also, this is another thing. T'Challa makes meaning for the entire world, says they must all work together as one. And one of the people asks, "What can you offer us? What can Wakanda offer us?" And he smiles because it's vibranium.